bad electrode, failed electrode. Bad electrode means that if you don't have any connection, it shows that, sorry, if you have a very bad condition, 1 kilo ohm, it will be shows as a bad electrode. Bad electrodes means that you have like the ground is very dry, you have to put some water to increase the conductivity of the ground. So bad electrode means that you're still able to collect the data, but it's not really good condition. So sometimes you have to pour water, you have to push deeper or put more electrodes. Failed electrode usually 300 kilo ohms. Usually it means that no connections at all. Usually it shows that failed electrode, no connections.
So it's already default.
Yeah. Electrode current, this is we test with the electrode current 20 milliampere. Load variation margin, this is allow the variation to change in our current. Usually this is also a standard one. Next part, this is IP. This is IP windows. If you select on this one, measure mode, resistivity, it doesn't collect this IP. If you set as a resistivity and IP, and then it will be collect resistivity and IP, and it shows how many windows that being used, 2. So if you go to the IP, it will be open 2 windows. This one, IP windows number 1, IP windows number 2. So normally there is some settings inside here. We have a manual that you can enter inside, or we have a preload settings inside here. Usually if you don't use the IP, just ignore this part. If you collect with the resistivity, ignore this. This one, if you go to rest, and then it will be not collected any IP data. So this one later it will be don't use.
Disabled.
Yeah, disabled automatically. Okay, this is IP. Borehole setting, this is when you have a borehole logging, SAS 300, borehole SAS log 300. So this is the part that we need to configure. Now we don't have anything, just leave it, it doesn't use anything. This one. This button, if you go to the load and save settings, let's say if you want to save the settings that you've done before, like just now what we did, you can go to the save and then put any name that you want, and then click OK, and then it will be saved the settings that we did before. And you can say load settings, this is a preload setting inside. So means from here it shows that IP with 1 second. 1 second means that delay time plus acquisition time. Delay time 0.4, acquisition 0.6. IP 1 second. IP
6 plus 4 is 1.
Yeah, 6 plus 4 is 1. IP I think 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. 1 second. IP for 1 second. 9 time windows. So you have first time window 0.01, 0.0, blah 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 blah, and so on. So that's why I call it a 9. 60 Hz, this is your frequency power line here. 60 Hz. Different country, different frequency. So here is already preset. And this is your current injection, measure mode, minimum current, maximum current, output voltage, and so on and so on. So let's say if I go to the resistivity, if I just press OK, automatically will be set. Receiver automatically be set. Here, this is the settings that preset by the equipment, by our technicians. So this is all the settings being automatically defined. So if you don't remember, you just can go to here. This is a setting. If you go to this, look, for the quick one, if you want to do a demo later, just can go here, choose any that you want, any preset that you want. If you want to choose this one, and then click OK, and then go to here, it changed now 0.4 and 0.6. Just now it's a 0.5 and 0.3.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, automatically defined. So also for the IP, you see the IP is also changing. Okay, now it's changing everything. Okay, so I change to resistivity only. We could like okay. Save settings.
Load for the resistivity.
Yeah. So just
Press.
okay. So now ready. So just check everything's okay, and then now you're ready. When you're ready, you can press this button. If I press this one, it goes to the measure mode.
Measuring.
Yeah. Now from here, from the settings, you jump to the measures mode. So you can press here, or you just can go to the from here,
Measure mode.
or you can press here and then go to the measure mode. So this is the next step.
Okay.
Or you just can press this. Okay.
But
So
the
now,
battery is low.
yeah. Before that, here, where is it from? This is from the number one, right?
Yes.
It's a number one. So connect this one to connector number one. Connector number one is down to the lower part, and this is connector number two. 1 and 2, not 1, 2. But in seismic, 1 here, 2 here. Okay. So just connect this one.
So meaning one is left to your left.
Yeah, you need to define whether you want to start the one from the other side or the one from the other
So
side.
we're going to
Usually we
reverse.
use left.
So we go if we want to use this as one.
Yeah.
We want to reverse.
Yep. You need to reverse.
So no, this one will be here. So that this is number one. No.
No,
Always look.
always number one there. So it's not
Start
left.
from 0.
Yeah, start from 0. So usually I always define my my study left. Start from the left, because when you do the data processing, you always look 0 from the left, right?
Yes, yes.
0 from the left. It's much easier.
Like in the X and Y.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, it's much
0.
easier to see the data. It's not from the right side. So it's the same thing. Just see the groove. And then this cap always keep tight, because this is really important when you have like water splashes, everything. That's why we claim as a IP66 when you tighten everything. So if this open, we don't claim as a IP66. Let's say the customer complain, we have a broken instrument. How you do that? This cap is open and everything. So no, no warranty in that part.
Yes.
Okay.
So what about the ground? Is it really to put a grounding cable there? No.
Yeah, for the safety purpose, you can put a grounding, like put some cables, and you have electrodes. Then for safety purpose, but usually, no, really.
But you don't usually do that.
No.
That's the IP66.
That is IP66. Okay.
What about this one?
This is for
No.
no.
Does it also it's an open?
I think it's blocked inside.
It's plugged inside.
Yeah. So it's like when you push and then it will be open the
Okay.
the terminal.
Yeah. So it's just like
Yeah. So you push anything.
so water will not come in. Saan ba yung battery niyan? Sa upuan? Sa upuan?
Hindi matanggal.
Hindi matanggal? Bakit?
Walang gamit.
Hindi.
Diba kapag nadala niya yung ano? Meron. Meron akong 3C doon sa motor. Open range.
Oh. You have a new battery.
New battery
From the car.
from the car. You can see.
Ayun ako.
What happening to you, brother?
Tumuyo ako eh.
Na.
Naka-spot ako eh. Weak. High blood. Ano ko binigay ng tubig?
So just now I mentioned that this cable there is no overlap, because this type of cable is a 4x12. So you just lay all the way, no overlapping. So 421 is the overlapping cable. Only for
Ano? Transfer natin ito.
So, can we change directly the battery?
yes, you can change.
It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Doesn't matter.
May
You just
charge
can
din
change.
naman to eh.
So you don't have to turn off, because inside you have a battery. unless you don't have a battery inside, and then when you change this, it will be shut off.
Shut up. Full.
Okay, now when you're ready, now create a new station. Press this one. You need to define where is your position of your main instrument. So you press this one, and then it shows that you need to choose your position. This is a type of station. 4 cables no move. So means that you have 4 cables no move, which is your position, your instrument at 0 0. This is a 0 0. They call it as a 0 0. So it means that on the other side will be 2 cables negative, and the other side will be positive. So
What if we with move?
for
Roll along, what is?
roll along. So
what
they
is
want
this no move?
no move. This cable is static. When you collect first data, the cable is static, and then when you complete, and then you will do roll along. So this one no move. First position is no move, and everything will be defined. So you don't have to change anything. Just change this only. Just choose the type of station only, and then will be defined this number inside. Okay. Now just press OK. Just wait. Insert. Yeah. Okay. Now created a new station at 0 0 0. So means that 0 0 is here. This is your center position 0 0. They call it as a 0 0. Cable in use 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it means that you use all 4 cables at one time. Now you are ready to collect the data. Safety switch stop here. Twist. When you press this safety button, it will be stop measuring everything. Let's say during the rainy days, suddenly you want to lift up the equipment. Just press this button, it will be shut down. Everything. No current leaks from the instrument. So this is safety, and then start measuring. If I press this one, so it shows that warning. So it means that when you got the warning sign, no one's touching the electrodes, unless you want to feel how the electrodes interact with you, and you just try. So now no one's touching. Just press OK. Preparing to measure. Test electrode. So we have 48 electrodes. Now it's testing the electrode before it collect the data. So at this point, let's say if you have, I think it's already passed. So let's say you have electrodes is not connected, and it will be shows an error. I think it just passed my passed my electrode. Okay.
You recognize it first, and then
Yeah.
we'll be back.
Yeah, because
Fail.
bad 1, fail 0. It just passed because I'm too late for this one. Now it shows that electrode test failed. Okay, 47. Bad 1. Bad means that it's still acceptable, but you need to improve the groundings with the ground.
That's why we have water here.
Yeah. Fail is 0, so means that everything's connected. So if you want to check, you just go to the electrode test. Just press this button. This one, electrodes, it shows your connections with the ground. So this showing the electrode test current being injected to the ground. So okay. Find the bad one. Okay, cable 1 okay, cable 2 okay. So this 2 1, 2 2 2 3 means that 2 is the cable, 1 is the electrode. Take out number. So you have the numbering here, numbering system you can see. So cable 2 is okay. Cable 3, 3 1 is bad.
This one.
This is cable 1 2 3 3 1 here maybe.
Here?
Yeah, this is a 3 1 right. This is cable number 3. This one.
I think that one.
Yeah, is. Just now, if you remember, in the settings,
You know?
yeah, receiver settings, now, bad electrode, it will be recognized as a bad electrode if it is over than 1 kilo ohm. So this electrode over 1 kilo ohm. So that's why you recognize a bad electrode. If I go back again, you can see the electrodes. What is the bad electrode number? So it's 72, more than 1 kilo ohm. So that's why it's recognized as bad. So other than that, will be okay.
Yun yung data niya.
So
Okay.
what are we going to do with those bad electrodes?
We
Yes.
check again. So
That's
test again,
pokpok
press
mo.
this one again, or you just go to the
Kapag gumalaw.
Electrode test.
no.
Baka bato yung naano
Go to the
niya.
measure again.
Or we
Yeah.
have to change other position.
Yes, change to other position.
Yes.
If doesn't fix, change to another position.
Maybe it's
Pour some
hit with-
water. Pour
Okay.
some water, or push deeper, or you can pour salt water to increase the conductivity with the ground, or you can have multiple electrodes here, clamp together and then clip again. Increase the grounding with the surface. So now start measuring. Press one again, and press this one, and then we will test only the bad electrode.
Mm-hmm.
Only one. So now when it's ready,
Yeah.
you start measuring.
Oh.
Automatically start measuring. Now it start measuring. We have a 722 data collected. Should be collected. So now it's collect 2 data, complete 2 data. Okay, you see?
Yes.
So this is n is a number of second. So 4 times second. So we need to see on the table. We click this one. This is showing channel number 1, channel number 2. And this is our takeout that will be used for the current injection. Standard deviation, if you remember, we said there's a 1%. This one you have a percent and another 0. It's a part per million. So means that lower than 1%. So here, this one is 4.1%. It's stacked as 4 times. So means that the standard deviation is more than 1%. So you just try to push until to maximum stacking, but it doesn't get lower. This one you have a 7 part per million, so it means that lower than 1%, just enough one time stacking, because it just already achieved 1%, more than less than 1%.
So this indicates the stacking.
Yep, and it's stacking. So means that only one time stacking already get lower than 1%. So this one, 4 times stacking, able to get less than 1%. This is a 4% and a 0, so means that lower than 1%. So this is a resistance value, apparent resistivity. If you have a chargeability or IP, you choose the values inside here. So I think now it's 18 data collected over 700.
Can you show the partial pseudo section?
Okay, yeah. Just a moment. Just check this one.
Or not yet?
Okay, I think it's quite okay. We have this is a transmitted current as a reference. It's quite okay. If you press this button, this one, it shows the pseudo section, raw pseudo section, raw data. It's not inverted yet, but it gives you some kind of overview how the ground condition will be here. Starting from this is the depth.
Depth.
And this is the values of the resistivity, 12.75 lower to the higher one. So this is a color scale based on the resistivity. It's not inverted yet. So approximately we can have rough idea what is the ground will be here. I think if I'm not mistaken, from Erwin said this area quite having a high water. I think quite shallow water underneath
Shadow.
from Erwin last time.
So these colors have also a representative by the graph.
Yeah, it should reflect on the table,
Table.
resistivity table.
But you can change the colors.
Yeah, you can change the color later in the software. So usually the blue will be the lower number, and the higher will be the red one, higher number. But sometimes you have to check, even though you have like higher number, like the red always in the higher number, and you have to check the resistivity value, because sometimes colors, it doesn't represent the actual things. values represent the actual things.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see the data,
Oh, this water here.
yeah, everything is blue.
Blue.
So everyone say, oh, that's water. Everything is water. So it means that you are standing on the water. It's not something like that. You have to check the values as well.
Yun yung tubig.
Okay.
So roughly, this is quite interesting when you represent to the customer. You can see the raw data on site.
Yes.
And I think the good one, all the things from here, everything you need just to wash and then make sure there is no error. And when you have an error, it will be pop up a screen, and then it will be shows you what kind of error. You have a low battery, don't have a connection, everything will be shows. So it will be stopped measuring until you click. If you don't click anything, it just stays something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go back inside the car and then suddenly it will pop ups and then
Don't do anything about it.
yeah, there is no person touching and then it will be remains with the errors on the screen. And the good things, you can connect to your mobile phones.
Yes.
Via
IP address
Bluetooth?
16.
Yes, you can connect your Wi-Fi here.
Wi-Fi.
So while
286.
waiting, we have a 66, 68 data being collected. You can go to the instrument
286, 268.
and make sure this network activated with Wi-Fi.
236.
Yeah, so connect with the Wi-Fi ID LS210 blah blah blah. This is a ID for the LS.
Automatically recognized or not?
No, when you turn on your Wi-Fi here, let's say if you open your mobile phone,
Yeah.
you can see this LS210 blah blah blah. So means that this is your
This is-
Wi-Fi connection
yes.
from here. So if I
The password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
not yet. So this is a connect. Make sure you connect first, and then password is terameter LS2. Terameter LS2, capital T, capital L, S2, no space. So if I connect, show password, then
Ha?
silang bago eh.
terameter
Ano daw?
LS2.
Ha?
So something like this. No terameter LS2, no space, and connect. So connected. So now, what you
got
need to do, now my mobile phone's connected with this equipment. You have to download the VNC viewer. It's an open source software. VNC. VNC viewer. VNC viewer. This software. So this VNC viewer is the free software. You can download if you are using the iPhone. You can use this VNC software as well. You can download to your Android, Apple phone, iPhone, laptop, tablet, any. You can even use with your computer as well. So you can connect to any kind of device. So let's say I think
That software is for terameter.
yes,
LS
to
also.
connect. It's like a mirror software. So what you need to do now, click here, and then key in your IP address 192.
192.168.1.236.
192.168.1.236. Dot one, right?
Yes.
Dot
That one,
one,
236. 236.
236. So any name, you can put any name that you want. Let's say if I put LS2 EIC, and create. So now just connect. Now just okay, and then password. It will be asked the password. So another password. This is a different password.
So what's
The password is guideline geo, GUI.
Guideline Geo.
Yep, GUIDELINE G.
Yes.
So just now when you connect from the mobile phones here is terameter LS2, and then you open VNC, key in the IP address. Later when you try to connect, it will be asked another password,
This
security
one.
option. Yeah, guideline capital G, everything
Yes,
close.
small letter.
Yeah, small letter, no space, and then just okay, and then it will be connect. So now it's pop up on your mobile.
That's my screen.
Yeah, it's like a mirror. So you can control from here. If I click this one, yeah. So let's say if you want to,
Demo.
yeah, if you want to demo, let's say if you want to collect the data and then you want to sit down there, doesn't matter. You don't have
Damn
to be.
Iris.
You don't have to sit at the equipment. You can sit there under the
Can't
shade.
fuck Iris, you know.
So you can control from here. Everything's from here.
Even
Yan ang
Oyo.
uso ngayon.
And even Oyo. Oyo is nothing. The Macom one.
Meron din yan.
Meron sila.
Yan na yung ano
Oyo.
din.
Oyo yung Oyo na Macom.
Hindi, lahat ng
Ganyan,
mga
IoT.
software, lahat ng mga hardware pala na may Ethernet.
But the Iris is not like this.
Now there is no.
No, Iris cannot compete with this
Yeah,
one.
Iris
Only
doesn't
Oyo
have.
can compete with this one. The 10 channels.
So you can control. I think I'm not really sure what is the maximum person that can connect at one time. Last time we test at Bangkok in Thailand. I think more than 10 people at one time you can connect. So it means that you guys can connect at one time. Doesn't matter.
Yes,
But
because
they cannot do
Ethernet.
some Google.
No, for the Google. Not for the
Hindi,
browsing.
ito na siya,
Only for this one. So I think
Pero yung ano,
the distance between this and this, it depends on the coverage. If you
Yes,
have
maybe
buildings,
10 meters.
yeah, somewhere around. If you have open sky, and then will be much
Sir, ito,
better.
cellphone mo, pwede ko naman
So
pwede dyan.
that's it. So
Pwede
now
ka
we
ng
have to wait
internet, sir.
until it's
Nakakulik
contact.
na yun, sir, dyan.